Fest version 3. It'll be on the Splashdown map, classic rule set, sunny weather. A nice and simple way to start.
Good luck, everyone.
All right, everybody.
Yep, 10 races,
The rest
Krogunk.
of the race.
The remainder of the first, the remainder of the 20 race set. And they're off. We'll be watching Krogunk to begin with. Grabs a very cheeky 10 banana to start with.
Flamingosaurus off to a great start.
Racer's getting a little acclimated to the sunny weather. Very high top speed. Moving on over to Flamingosaurus. They are enjoying a comfortable lead out in front. Takes a very long jump.
It's followed closely by Huggles.
Yeah, and that'll be first lap very quickly coming into a close thanks to speed. Huggles, though, comes out from behind Flamingosaurus, fixing to take the lead from them. The two do take alternating paths, though, so they won't be
and Flamingosaurus bumps Huggles. Golden Cream takes the lead.
Though he does recover, unfortunately the SRB is still in pursuit, though it does retarget to Golden Cream.
Looks like Krogunk has stalled a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Looks like they got it back going.
They're gonna have to, get it, move on to catch up. I believe in them.
In the final?
Yeah. Very dangerous set of switchbacks and a amazing shot by Flamingo.
Into the water, into the drink.
Oh shit. Huggles quickly pulls ahead, gets a cheeky bump into Endmeister with one of their two jaws, and has still got another jaws to spare, while earning them a hefty lead going into the last part of the race.
I don't expect a lot of carnage going on.
Yeah, we've got a
Flamingosaurus
smaller server here.
Flamingosaurus.
And the weather will be Vapor Encore. As a reminder, that means that you won't be able to see your item slot, and if you don't use your item in a timely manner, you will drop it. So have fun with that.
Okay, let's see here.
Yep, remember to set Encore weather.
I just did.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure Automatic does that in Encore mode.
Mm-hmm.
It's bud time, right?
Yep, Bud Time Encore. Alright, and first off, we will be watching Endmeister, seeing how they're up to. A little bump off to Huggles, throwing his weight around. A Thunder Shield comes out and knocked him off. And Generic, unfortunately, losing connection. You hate to see it.
Yeah, that's a DNF. Krogunk in second.
Alright, moving on over to Golden Cream. They are actually did not fall off from the Thunder Shield. Gets a sneaker, though none of us knew that before they pressed the item button. Currently, Flamingo is way out in front. We've got a little bit of a bumper to bumper happening by those boost pads. Oh, it seems an egg bomb was dropped earlier. Speaking of egg bombs, Golden Cream out of nowhere picks an egg bomb from, yeah, seemingly thin air.
Krogunk really holding their own ground.
Rove, actually, yeah, it was fairly early when they restarted. I think we can barely give them a run back to that. Let's try that again.
Oh. Wait, what?
Alright, take two, hopefully with better connection this time. Let's see. First off, let's see what...
Oh, it looks like Huggles is in the lead. Follow back, Krogunk and Golden Cream.
No Thunder Shield right out the gate this time, as quite a destructive pick that was.
Oh, and Krogunk with the banana.
Sneaker, though they did not see the banana.
And it seems like Huggles just drove off the course as Krogunk's taking the lead.
Flamingo Soar is not doing nearly as good as last time, though they did grab a Sparkle to hopefully catch up. And another Sparkle.
Oh, and Krogunk just bumped Golden Cream off the track.
Throwing that weight around, gotta be careful about that when you're playing as Cream. Flamingo Source does regain the lead that they had from the past race. Picks up a dropped banana as well. That'll go right onto the track nice and quick.
I think that might be... looks like Flamingosaurus might run away with this race.
Again. Showing some consistency.
Yeah, did we save the race for... Did we save the last race results?
Yes. They're in the results. Banana, unfortunately, can't be saved for our defense due to the weather.
And Krogunk off the
Generic,
track.
unfortunately, gets betrayed by his own SPB, though it is still after Flamingosaurus. They'll have to keep
Oh, and
not get hit
Krogunk's
by the
off
blaster.
again.
Oh, some things falling out. Oh, Flamingo hits a banana, and that will get the SPB right into them. Does thankfully mean they won't get comboed off the cliff, and they do manage to pick up 4 Orbeez as a bonus. Though they are very much hurting from that exchange, a bit too much more combat, and that could be the end of them. Huggles eats a backwards Orby, unfortunately.
And Krogunk's closing up on Huggles.
Things are getting rather close despite everything. Endmeister rolls a rocket and could possibly take out Huggles with a well-placed boost.
Oh, just like that. Just like that.
Takes that Huggles.
Oh, Krogunk off the track. That was a tough break for Krogunk. They were set for... Flamingosaurus was most deadly that ran.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, what's next on the list? And,
Alright, next up we have the Midnight Exotic. That means we'll be heading to the Midnight Channel. Everything's mostly the same, except we will be going with the extreme weather rule set, meaning your weather will be random and left up to chance. Have fun with that.
I just hope it doesn't rain.
Flamingosaurus seems to have forgotten that the race started, though we will hopefully catch back up thanks to some items, which you can now actually see. Surprisingly low amount of carnage after that first item box, though Huggles does pick up a sneaker, letting them get a cheeky lead, as well as a sunny weather roll, letting them hopefully expand that lead. Unfortunately, though, it does come back to bite them as they get an SPB after them.
Croagunk with the banana. Everybody just follows
by
on.
the way, people, you want to be careful trying to take that jump with Sunny, because you have a tendency to thread the needle, as it were. SPB still after Huggles, though not for long, though, before it will retarget to Generic.
I think it was Flamingosaurus.
You are correct. Recovering quite well, I might add. Dimension, that'll make those power items go extra fast. And that does, some straight carnage happening. GCE makes a very cheeky drift play and just gets...
That is just unfortunate for Flamingosaurus.
Generic goes right off the cliff while trying to drive by GC. Speaking of Bloom, they are out with a lead, though anything could happen with the aforementioned random weather. Speaking of anything, how about double things, specifically double items?
Huggles with ×9 shoes.
Or how about 30 bananas? That'd be nice.
30? Oh.
Oh,
and
GC with
get hit by the shadow. You hate to see that red at the end too. Generic pulls ahead with one last shot to spare and gets right into the end. No deaths though. Some people were quite close at the end there.
Wait a minute. I think I might have accidentally had Encore on, but...
It seems you did, yes.
Ah, well. Race is over anyway. Okay, up next is...
Up next,
Magical Monolith.
Correct. We will be heading to Magical Monolith with the Power Play rule set and the Lunar Weather, meaning everything is going to be exploding, and if you get exploded, you're going to be up there for a little while.
Monolith.
And a very smooth transition into Magical Monolith happens.
And we're off. And Croagunk with a terrible start.
And immediately, double jaws get pulled by two contenders.
Oh!
Oh my gosh, it's just Jaws heaven here. Everyone's getting Jaws, everyone's getting ball hogged. Someone's pulled a rocket, I think, even.
I can't even imagine how the winner's bracket will be.
Oh dear. And there's four
Generic
Orbeez coming
spinning
out
out of control.
Huggles somehow manages to weave in and out through all the chaos. Croagunk's currently front running, though they do get stolen by Flamingosaurus, who does manage to actually avoid the Jaws aimed at them.
Oh, with the mine!
Right in front of Huggles. Oh,
And
dear,
generic
it's just-
Sonic's already at half health. Oh, close to half health.
And Meister takes the wise decision of breaking in while the mine is in front of them and gets Generic
Oh!
to run right into it. Generic also needs a hit from the ball hog. They are really hurting now.
20 HP. I can't imagine how the winner's bracket will go.
Oh, it's going to be chaos, but the best kind of chaos. And Meister pulls a rocket. They're going to need it to catch up as they're
Golden
a
Cream
little bit
takes the
far
lead,
behind.
followed closely by Flamingosaurus, and Flamingosaurus with the double jaws.
Game really does seem to like pulling in double jaws here. And Meister unfortunately does go off the cliff, and due to the low gravity is going to be there for a bit of a while. Catching up may prove difficult here. More mines in pretty much the same place as last time.
And Huggles
Sparkle's getting pulled in third place by Golden Cream. He catches right up to the other two, though does he get a hit? Oh, neatly avoids that mine. Pulls another two jaws,
Oh!
avoids the mine, but does unfortunately get both of his jaws hit and hit by the ball hog.
Huggles
And
takes the
Generic-
victory. It's barely.
Generic neatly sneaks in ahead of Golden Cream. 5 HP. Wow. Well, it was short, but what a race that was.
Got the screen cap.
Just a moment.
Uh.
Oh, crap.
Flamingosaurus was most deadly.
Yeah. The issue was I missed the screen cap of the main results.
Huggles first, Flamingosaurus second, Golden Cream third.
This is why we save replays, people.
There we go. Yeah, I think the points should tell the story. Oh, Generic's in third, Golden Cream fourth, Krogan fifth, and Meister dead last. Got it?
Mm-hmm. Up next, we will be going to the Sky High Ceasefire Special, a classic race in Silver Cloud Island, and by classic, I don't mean the rule set. In fact, it'll be Peacekeeper. However, don't think that means there won't be any combat, as you will be dealing with the Blood Moon weather. Meaning, a little bump with just a bit of speed will cause someone to spin out.
And as far as I'm concerned, they do cause damage.
Mm-hmm. And right away, it happens immediately. Golden Cream catches a hit. Or not catches a hit, gets a hit. Oh,
Towards
Flamingo
Huggle.
Progunk, but not quite enough momentum to cause the spin out. Drafting will be your friend here. That's where you're going to get the speed needed to cause some damage to people.
And
You can't
that,
just bump them lightly.
that was evident in the second race of the season.
Oh, Krogunk gets a hit. Generic, using their good drift power to their advantage, getting up in first, though Flamingosaurus does take a direct path, drafts right behind them, and gets in front themselves. Ooh, a bump that just barely doesn't cause damage. And Krogunk manages to knock Huggles off the edge. Oh dear. Thus is the life of the buns. Krogunk with or not Krogunk, Flamingosaurus with a nice lead on their hands. It'll be hard to get at a draft on them to catch up unless you draft train up to them. This could be the snowball they need. Though Generic is actually getting quite a tight line and is coming up behind them quite well.
And Golden Cream is going into the slipstream of Krogan.
Does not go for the attack, just goes for the straight ahead run. A wise decision.
Unless I'm mistaken, isn't Isn't Krogan considered a heavyweight?
I don't actually remember off the top of my head what Cienko's stats are. Krogan would probably be able to tell you, but they are otherwise occupied at the moment. Generic's lines got a little bit sloppy, and Flamingosaurus pulled ahead quite a bit. This will probably be a clean victory for them. Though, besides that, GC's making a break for it and trying to get that last little bit of distance on
no.
Generic. But the zigzag does help him get the necessary distance. Rogunk is the most deadly.
Yeah, that fall off is just what he needed. Just what they needed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Guess what's next? The Acorn Orbital Drop Trophy.
Ooh, yes. A courtesy of one of the other racers, Jelly, we will be going to Egg Zeppelin with the Orbeez only rule set and the Aurora weather, meaning if you can place your shots, you'll be rewarded with a boost. Place it even better, and you can take a shortcut with that boost. So sharpen your or polish your scopes. It's time to get sniping. That's very correct, Generic. Sniping is a good job, mate.
Alright. It's ball buster time.
And here we go. Let's see what Endmeister's up to first. They had a little respectfully going backward to avoid the inevitable cacophony of Orbeez that happens once everybody pulls 4 of them. They wisely save some of theirs to make a barrier that does let them get it a hit on Flamingosaurus.
Oh!
Playing it very safe, not wanting to challenge GC with their superior number of Orbeez.
Oh, Krongunk with a huge hit.
Quick reload at the item box puts him on equal footing, but he'll have to catch up to GC if he wants to actually use those, as GC pulls pretty handily ahead. Huggle's coming up from behind, though it looks like they're both at fairly equal Orbeez.
Oh!
Meister choosing not to reload the item box, but they do get a nice rebound into Huggles. Impressive.
It looks
Endmeister
like Endmeister move.
Pulling up towards GC, see if he can make something happen.
And Endmeister's still at full health. So is GC.
Mm-hmm. Benefit it's of starting strong on this kind of race.
Oh, and Generic hid his own Orbinaut.
Things are kind of spreading out a little bit, so you may have to make a rather decisive play to make a difference here. A couple of Orbeez there on the ground where Flamingosaurus got hit earlier. Flamingosaurus seemed to get it put rather far back.
17 health on their end. Oh!
Oh, Flamingosaurus is going to have to hurry up in a big way to not time out once the hurry up timer comes out. Positions seem to be mostly finalized here.
Looks like Huggle's making a move on trying to make a move on Endmeister.
Oh, he doesn't have any Orbeez. Oh, pulls out the Orbeez at the perfect time to avoid a hit. Both contenders kind of standing off. Endmeister tries for a ricochet.
Oh, and then
backwards Orbeez. The backwards
Endmeister
Orbeez
takes
just
second.
barely deflects Huggles. Oh dear. And Endmeister grabbed second place. And that's that. The other two come in nicely, and we have our standings. Endmeister just wants some personal space, yeah.
And Huggles was the most deadly that ran.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, it's a new track, the Neo Cortex Vortex GP, held in Neo Test under the extreme weather.
Oh
Fif-
yeah,
fif-
as a reminder, this track is very short, though you will be going for 15 laps, and as a reminder, it's slanted, meaning if you get hit, you will probably end up taking a quick dip into the central pit. So, have fun with that.
Got the results in? Got the
Yep.
results. Good. Let's see here. There it is.
It's a very small track. I hope you have your drifts shored up, because things are about to get deadly. And immediately off the bat, Krogan gets a push and gets Flamingosaurus some early damage. Oh, you forgot the items, bro. As much as I think it would be very funny to have nothing but quad Orbeez on a track like this, that might be a little too deadly.
Right now. Wrong button.
Immediately, people some fall off.
And there will be at least 2 or 3 times where it says that you cut the corner.
Oh yes, also the checkpoints are kind of not very good, so be careful about that. Knight right off the back. Earlier, GC had a very unfortunate situation of being pursued by a Jaws and rolling a egg box instead of a defensive item. Oh, Flamingosaurus does unfortunately get a cut called on them. They missed the checkpoint, making them lose their lead. Though that could be debatably a good thing to keep them out of the line of fire. GC is now leading the pack with a decent desync from the everyone going around, meaning they won't have to deal with any immediate threats besides trap items.
Oh, and
Flamingosaurus pulls 4 Orbeez and gets some immediate use out of them.
generic Sonic and
Uh-huh.
Krogan.
Struggled for quite a few bananas. Flamingosaurus almost goes off the cliff. Huggles making something happen with unfortunately loses their item to rain and falls off too, hurting a little bit. Not lap 9 of 15. If you're above about 30 HP, you're mostly on track, though it will be a little tight. Oh, Huggles accidentally boosts into a Jaws.
Flamingosaurus.
Flamingo gets generic. Surviving as opposed to trying to win the race is absolutely a tactic on this bloodbath of a track.
Fine, as they approach the 15th and final lap. It's the Golden Cream. Being followed closely by Flamingosaurus.
Oh! Endmeister regretting their decision to throw a bomb there, though it does actually catch Flamingosaurus, dealing a hefty amount of damage to them. Hurry up timer has started. Remember, as long as you don't time out and just make it to the end, you'll still get some points.
And Meister finishing last among the group. Finishing last amongst that finished.
Huggles is the most deadly in this round. Let me grab a image of that. Put that in.
Oh boy.
Surprisingly less deadly than I thought, though it could be due to the small server size here. I expect that it's going to possibly go down to the last 1 or 2 people in the full winners bracket. Up next, we have... It's time. Get your hoo-haws out. We're going to the Banana Slam extravaganza at Coastal Temple. That means it'll be nothing but bananas, and you'll be running Tempest weather. Meaning once you get it hit on the inevitable banana, you're going for a trip.
20 bananas.
Mm-hmm. Some very tasteful and maybe not as tasteful jokes coming out in the chat. Immediately, everyone pulls their bananas, and quite a few people get taken for a ride. GC coming out in first, with Endmeister coming shortly afterward. It's all fun and games first lap, but second lap, where everyone has to go through all the bananas that everyone else pull it down, that's when it gets fun.
Oh.
Lines of bananas all around. It's like a game of Tron light bikes, to be honest. Where someone else went before, have a banana.
Krogung not nearly doing, having terrible luck with the bananas.
GC very much leveraging in their lead to get plenty of hits. They are going to have a very easy, most deadly at this rate. Combined with the fact that they're way out in front, means they could very well get a nice 21 or more points. Ouch. But the second lap has started, meaning you're gonna have to be very careful and make liberal use of that brake button, as GC is presently.
Oh!
Weaving in and around. Generic catches a banana for their trouble, though they do recover quite quickly.
I think Huggles is in trouble.
Generic does get a direct hit, but then bumps into someone else's banana, though it does launch them in the
Oh,
right
and into
way.
the drink goes Huggles.
So Generic actually makes a rather nice recover.
Krogung gets...
Oh, Krogung takes out Huggles. Unfortunate. More carnage at the hands of Potassium. Meanwhile, up in front, Generic is going to have to defend that lead that they took from GC, as GC is coming up quite quickly behind them. The weight difference is going to show its head.
Generic
gets launched right off the cliff. And GC just barely pulls ahead. This is the final stretch.
coming down to the
Generic
finish
is
line.
hurting. Only 20 HP compared to GC's impressive 80.
Oh!
It may be wise to yield here, Generic. You don't want to lose here. And GC takes first, with Generic coming up right behind. The hurry-up timer is going to start soon, meaning that people at low health... Actually, there's no one at low health.
Krogung, maybe?
People.
Oh!
Uh-oh, Krogung at 15 HP. Hurry-up timer has started.
At least they'll get...
At least they'll
get the...
Make sure to deny anyone the kill credit, though this does mean Endmeister is going to also have to hurry up before hurry up timer gets any faster.
At least Krogung got the point.
What the? They ran out of time on the 30 seconds. Don't worry though, you still survived. That's what matters. GC with an impressive 140 damage.
Alright, next up it's Thunder Piston.
Oh no. That's not fun.
Ooh, yes, another Earth thing courtesy of Jelly. The always deadly Thunder Piston Cup Sprint. That'll be speed run, meaning there's only one lap, though this is a notoriously difficult track. Combine that with the thunderstorm weather, and things could get deadly in a... Oh my gosh. Endmeister. But yeah, as a reminder, 75 HP, you take 15 per fall, meaning you can only afford 4. The 5th one will kill you. Thunderstorm means that whenever someone takes a hit, they will immediately blow up like they had a thunder shield. Meaning, it's sort of a revenge counter sort of thing. Flamingosaurus gets some sneakers, which he may think twice about using given the track.
Krogunk also had sneakers. Krogunk also had sneakers.
Huggles falls off. Mutual thunderstorms take out Endmeister and Generic, though
Endmeister with the lead.
Does fall off as a result. Endmeister manages to get out in front, at least for the time being. Quite an impressive feat given his character.
Oh, and Generic is in
Generic
them.
does pull up behind him. Endmeister throws his weight around a little bit to get it Generic out of the way. Banana almost catches him too. Generic does go off, and Endmeister heads out in front. A good place to be given in the nature of the track. Less interaction is better. A Jaws icon does pull up on him though, but it doesn't seem like a Krogunk will be able to get a angle on them. Some people really starting to feel that fall damage, like Generic, hurting from all those blind turns.
Endmeister almost throws it off. Coming down to the finish line, Endmeister will take his first victory.
A clean and very well ahead race. This means that the hurry-up timer will begin to start. Flamingosaurus doesn't quite take that jump straight and falls off as a result. Krogunk unable to keep it up, as is Flamingosaurus. Both just straight up die. Huggles doesn't get enough speed and doesn't make the jump.
The hurry-up got hurried up timed.
And Endmeister and a Generic only ones to finish. Thunder Piston really leaving its mark. Krogunk is the most deadly. Only 2 people finished. I imagine it'll look something similar to that in the other group. This is gonna be interesting. Even the littlest bit of momentum to the side can get you off. It's really tough to do. That's why I recommend practicing the track, as it is rough. And as usual, we will be finishing off with the Run Back Wars Memorial Finale. You'll be going on Endurance in Blue Mountain with Windy Encore.
Isn't help supposed to be like 150 or something for this?
Yeah, Rove, you're gonna want to fix that. As a reminder, yes, 6 laps, 150 HP, and Encore Windy, meaning you will be going fast when you hit the ground.
Oh, wait. Wait a minute.
More time.
Wait a minute.
Pause, then weather.
I think Krogunk might be AFK.
Yeah, that too. How you feeling, Krogunk? Can you give us some indication that you're still here? I don't think I saw them leave after last race, or... I don't want to... Yeah, it would be a shame to have to... Okay, and Krogunk's back. Alright, here we go.
Yeah, I have it set to Encore.
Version of the weather, not Encore version of the track. Those are separate things.
Yeah, I have the weather set to Encore.
Alright, here we go for real. Last race, make it count. 6 laps.
Krogunk, you sure?
They said they were back. I'd say that's up to them now. Ow. And Krogunk starts.
Looks like
Rough
Krogunk's...
start, though. It is 6 laps. That's plenty of time to catch up.
So it seems like Krogunk has stalled.
Early offensive coming out on Huggles. You want to get make those hits count. double the 8 rate laps, though only 1.5 times the normal HP, so you do need to keep track of when you take hits.
Huggles off the
SPB
track.
comes out very early. GC is going to have to deal with the stupid turn. Let's take a look-see up front and see how they handle it. A very strong boost gets them plenty of momentum into the turn, and they make it with a very well-timed red spark, though Flamingosaurus does come out of nowhere and take first. At least GC doesn't have to eat that 40 damage.
Oh!
Things have spread out quite a bit, though, unfortunately, Flamingosaurus does eat the SPB. Quite a big hit to take, especially only 2 laps into the race.
Yeah, I think Krogunk might be having some issues.
It's unfortunate. Certainly a unique experience having so many boosts, isn't it? You have to make sure not to bonk on the jump, as that can happen if you gain too much speed. Being too fast is absolutely a thing that can happen. Krogunk struggling rather significantly, even more so than Endmeister. It's at the point where Generic, who's up front, may even lap them. Never mind, they took a Jaws.
I know Krogunk had their fair share of backmarkerness, but I don't think I've seen anything to this extent.
Both racers will need to pick up the pace and make better use of the weather to get a good placing on this race. Up front, we have 2 lightweights jostling for position, though Huggles does unfortunately take a banana, but has a Jaws
that gets to deflect. Golden Cream takes 3rd from Flamingosaurus.
Taking a look back, Krogunk and Endmeister both doing their best to catch up.
And I've just gone with that retro style.
Can be a bit difficult. Another SPB comes out, this time targeted at Generic, though the fact that Flamingosaurus has a grow means they will quickly overtake them and then bonk into a wall that isn't actually there. Odd.
That's gonna be in replay. Also, I just got word that Retro Station will not be able to make the winner's bracket.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, SPB coming past. It's GC, though it's not as bad as the 40 damage Generic takes.
Huggles takes the lead with 2 to go, followed by GC.
All things considered, most of the contenders are fairly healthy.
Oh! Goomba
steal a
Huggles Goomba
shot.
stomping GC.
Things have very much separated out with into 2 camps, the front and everyone else. Huggles currently trying to regain that lead in the 11th hour.
Flamingosaurus with the SPB.
It's past the last dumb turn, though another SPB has come out. That could be the being able to could be the deciding factor that figures out who will win this race. GC quite solid coming into the last part.
Also wiping out the lap car.
Oh, Huggles unfortunately boosts straight into the SPB, getting spun out as GC boosts off into the proverbial sunset, taking the last race. Followed by Generic, Huggles, and lastly Endmeister. And that'll be our standings. Surprisingly, no deaths though, with most deadly being Huggles. Now let me just grab a little screenshot of that. Yeah, Flamingosaurus did have it pretty rough, unfortunately. And well, that'll do it.